Hello, welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. Now before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. Now this is a reading that I was guided to do, and it is for what we would call the Karmics, but I was guided to call them descending feminines or descending masculines, and this is for the descending feminine Virgo. And the reason why I was guided to call them descending feminines or descending masculines is because we all are karmics at some point in someone's life, at some point in our lives. So it's just about the journey of learning, like, what we can from this path that we're on. And sometimes we ascend and sometimes we descend. But the point of the matter is, like, don't stay in the lower energies. Always try to rise back up. And for the Karmics, this is probably their first time ever taking a full look and going into the dark night of the soul after this whole experience is over for them. Okay, so let's get started. We have the opening guidance. Then we have Candy Cane Angel. It's time for a treat. Number 37. Then we have Temple Path. Number 12. We have 27, Walking Away. And we have 10, Storm Warning. 11, Cornucopia. And then we have Conclusions Are Within Reach, Full Moon Eclipse. We have 27, The Many Deaths of the Ego, and yes, they are all painful. We have Confusion, Discovery, The Side Dude, the broom, I can't remember what kind of broom that is, the sickle, and the cranes, and with the closing guidance. So number 37, Candy Cane Angel, it's time for a treat. Excuse me. It says, it is time for some little luxuries that will reconnect you with your self-love and self-worth. She too holds back from giving to herself, as she is such an earnest and industrious little angel. It's time for some fun. It says, it is definitely time to have a treat, to give yourself the thing that you have been putting off until you have worked hard enough or saved enough money or done without long enough. Tip over. Okay, sorry. Okay. You can deny yourself into an almost habitual habit of denial. You truly deserve some pleasure in whatever form you have been denying yourself. Do not rationalize or talk yourself out of it any longer. Go have some fun, some delight, some tasty treat in whatever form of food, clothing, luxuries, or experience. They are necessary for your growth. Step out of your consciousness of lack and into a consciousness of I deserve, and grant yourself this lovely moment of luxury and enjoyment to restage a grand entrance into your life. So as we can see, it's coming to a point in her life where she's being led to the temple path, but what happens is that she's going to have to turn her back on whatever it is that has been keeping her stuck. Right? Because the storm warning speaks of her not causing trouble if she's the cause of it, or if she's not the cause of it, is not adding fuel to the fire in whatever case. And maybe this walking away, she will be walking away from what she views as a cornucopia, but whatever it is, it's not a happy place. And it could be saying that her walking away from whatever the situation is will bring her to a cornucopia. But let's get into the opening guidance. Power. Butterfly dreaming. It says, you are a spirit warrior who sings your song line, your agreement to live. From the moment of your birth into this restrictive physical world, you must call upon the mysterious language of intuition to remember the world from which you came. The world of your dreams and spiritual relationships. It is from here that you feel your true power. As spirits of all living beings must find their physical home, so must your song line be giving its everlasting home within your heart. As the butterfly must have the world of awareness in one wing and the dream world in the other to fly, she must also have the connection between them to live, the heart. No matter how turbulent or challenging your life may be, no one can ever take your song line from its home. So exactly, just as it sits right here next to the 10, and this is also a 10, speaking of storm warnings, it is guiding her that no matter what, that she must always rest back to her center. Okay. Why is the candy cane angel here for the descending feminine Virgos? Why is the candy cane angel here for the descending feminine Virgos? Thank you. Knight of Air. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. Brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. So, I mean, this also speaks of, like, someone rushing in to argue. So it's telling her that if this is her stance where she's been in a state of always rushing in and always creating problems, or if someone is doing to her, that she needs to move away from that and find something that can actually please her a little more and keep her in balance while she's on this, trying to get onto a temple path. You know? So there's a brilliant new ideas, inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. Again, with the storm warning. So it's telling her that when she's trying to get out of her comfort zone and speaking her truth or standing on her truth, that it's going to create a lot of arguments and a lot of problems in her life, but yet still it is still necessary that she always remains centered and focus on what is her song line, that thing inside of her that is her driving force that no one can take away. Why is the temple path here for the descending feminine Virgo? Okay. Well, if she's dealing with a Libra, then, you know, whatever situation this was has brought her to a place where she's seeking justice. Or if she's married, then, you know, she's trying to deal with the legal system because she's gained some truth that makes her realize that she hasn't been playing fair with herself. Right? Because she's been looking for justice and celebrations, but she's been so bogged down with her work. Can you elaborate on the Justice, the Three of Cups, and the Eight of Earth for the temple path, please? Can you elaborate? Thank you. Queen of Earth, exactly. Yeah. So maybe it's saying that she's been so overly focused. Well, that's exactly what it says, is that she's been so overly focused on wealth and work, you know what I mean, that she needs to consider having a little bit more fun. And within that, she'll find her justice by accepting a more spiritual path or religious path, whatever it is that you commune with the greater sources. Why is walking away here for the descending feminine Virgo? Yeah. Because she's been crying over spilled milk, not seeing the positive in a situation, things not turning out the way that she hoped. Why is the storm warning here? Okay. Yeah. So she's making a judgment call, and what that's going to do is create a lot of havoc. But what we can know is that through the darkest storms, there will always be the light in the darkest, after the darkest hour. It can't stay dark forever. You know, and that's the assurance that we have. You know, and maybe now she's beginning to review everyone's motives, including her own, and realizing that things aren't as wonderful as they seem. And now she's deciding to focus more and to communicate her vision and be the leader in her life. You know? Why is cornucopia here? And as you can see, the King of Fire is pointing to the cornucopia with the staff. And the butterfly that speaks about, the song line, it's hovering above the cornucopia. So it's definitely telling her that she has to seek from within in order to achieve what she's wanting. Why is the cornucopia here for the descending feminine? Okay, one more. Thank you. Yeah, she has to look at what she truly sees as abundance. Right? Yeah. Because there's truth being delivered without tact. About this small opportunity that she thought was coming. But it's a change of plans here. It's delays and change of plans, challenging information, truth delivered without tact. Somebody is very impulsive. What are the conclusions are within reach, the full moon eclipse? What is coming to a close for this descending feminine Virgo? Oh, okay, yeah. So her being overburdened that's going to come to an end. It's an end of a difficult situation for her. And she's now willing to defend her beliefs. So, now she's willing to seek the temple path to be able to get to this cornucopia that she's desperately seeking. Whatever it is for her. Maybe she is wealthy or on her way to being wealthy, but she hasn't achieved the type of abundance that she's looking for. Why is the confusion here for the descending feminine Virgos? Why is the confusion here? Thank you. The King of Water. Okay. So someone is trying to come to her pretending to be, well, I have to say pretending because when somebody is genuine, there's no confusion behind it. You understand? So that's why I say pretending. And then behind here, it's the discovery that no matter how much she loved the person couldn't love her back. So why is this King of Water here with the confusion? Thank you. Yeah. So she's realizing that she's better off single in whatever situation that she's in. Why is the Discovery card here for the descending feminine Virgo? Yeah. Exactly. Wow. I love how these cards talk. Yeah, because he's just a thought box lover. Like, he's not somebody who's going to offer the stability that she's looking for. And she's come to realize that because there was a tower moment, a major life experience. Because there is a hidden lover that was hidden. Because this is the man. Like, he deals with passion. He deals with lust. Like, his passion is strung around his heart. So that's what he gives first, is passion. Why is the outside man here? Why is the thought box lover here? The side dude. Why is he here? Yeah. Yeah. Because he is so caught up, whoever she's dealing with is so caught up in these devil energies of using sex to get whatever he wants that, it's causing major burdens in her life. Why is the broom here? Sorry, I want to know what's the name of the broom. It's driving me crazy. One second. Sorry. Birch broom. Ugh. Okay. For the life of me. Okay. Why is the birch broom here? That speaks about bothersome details, burdens, like the whip and the broom, Think about trying to sweep your house with that kind of a broom. Yeah. And she's bothered because this person keeps trying to give her offers. So maybe she is single and decided to trying her best to walk a temple path, but she's so overburdened and descending because she's more focused on the material and leaving out her spiritual path. But this person who is filled with ego and using lust as a means to control her, is constantly offering her like a cup of love. Why is the Knight here with the birch broom? The Knight of Water. Why is the Knight of Water here with the birch broom? Why is the Knight of Water here with the birch broom? At the descending... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, she's trying to move away from this, you know, to where she could be the king of earth. Again, focused on her success and to be an empress. You know, she wants lavish abundance. She just doesn't want to be okay. She doesn't want to just be able to pay her bills. She wants lavish abundance. She wants to give birth to her dreams, you know, so that she can get the cornucopia that she's looking for. And she's not wanting this anymore. This offer from this guy that's in his lower energies. It's a burden. Why is the sickle here for the descending? Why is the sickle here for the descending feminine Virgo? Yeah. See, she wants to cut out feeling left out in the cold by this dude that rushes in and rushes out of her life. Why is the sickle in the 5 in earth here for the descending? Thank you. Yeah. She wants to stretch her wings. She wants more out of life than what this situation is offering her. Why is the cranes here for the descending feminine Virgos? Why is the cranes here? Yeah, see. Although that she thought this was her soulmate, this someone that she could build with, you know, and build on whatever they had in the past, she's realizing now that it just leaves her bitter and scorned, and she's really ready to cut that out. Let's do the many deaths of the ego. And it says, have you ever been in a situation that has totally ripped the rug from under your feet or dismantled everything you thought to be your foundation, bedrock, or cornerstone? If so, welcome to the tribe. If you have drawn this card, it is most likely that you are at the beginning of a life-altering path filled with many ego deaths. Now, don't be scared, because But don't be scared, because through death there is a glorious rebirth that brings you ever closer to your higher self. With practice, you will begin to notice the signs of a coming death and flow with the energies instead of against them. Meditating on this poem in the midst of the storm, I hold to the promise of the coming light, and be not dismayed by the darkness of the night. Exactly. Just as we were speaking about here, the storm warning, that light has to come, no matter how tumultuous it is. Just as it says here too, no matter how turbulent or challenging your life may be, no one can ever take away your song line as long as you have put it in a home. Why is the many deaths of the ego here for the descending feminine Virgo? Why is the many deaths of the ego here for the descending feminine Virgo? Why is the many deaths of the ego? Okay. Yeah. See, there's so many ways that's causing confusion again with, where is it? Right here? Again with the confusion. Why is the 7 of Water here with the many deaths of the ego? Yeah, so she's trying to find balance through this phase right now. You know, trying to stay out of her emotions and stay more practically grounded, but yet still not giving away her emotions, giving way to her emotions. Yeah, and she's focused on building, you know, and that's really good, because there seems to be an equal balance of the fire and the stability, you know. So it's like the passions that she's looking for is that of stability, but don't get lost in the passion and the stability and forget about the temple path, because it's there for you. Although you're going through a lot of things right now, you know, and it may seem very you know, turbulent and mixed up and stuff. But yeah, see, it's saying to walk away. Walk away from all of this mess. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to tell the descending feminine Virgo before we leave? I'm very happy to see this, because even though it seems like you're going through a lot right now, it's telling you that as long as you can focus and know exactly what you want, you know, with these three, the Nine of Earth, the Queen of Fire, and the Queen of Air, as long as you can focus, I mean, the Queen of Earth is here too. As long as you can focus, you'll get what you want. But you just have to know that whatever is draining your energy and making you feel depressed, you need to walk away from it. So is there anything else you'd like to tell the descending feminine Virgo before we go? 7 cards, please. Thank you. 7 cards, please. Five more cards. There goes that sun after the storm. Three more cards. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's saying that even though you getting to this Queen of Earth might take some time, just know that as long as you're doing the necessary work, your seeds are well planted. Get out of your head about this crying over spilled milk and, you know, this opportunity, because there's an opportunity here for you. And you just have the illusion of being trapped by whatever this person is saying to you, however he's trying to manipulate you with these devil energies. It's telling you to get out of that, because the sun is here for you if you allow the wheel to change. You know, if you allow the wheel to spin, there's an opportunity for great happiness. And things can happen rapidly. But you're going to have to be very decisive. And you're going to have to use your creativity and your ingenuity, to get these things going. And it's going to cause a lot of problems when you have to cut out whoever this person is, or whatever it is in your life that is creating such chaos in your life right now. You know, when you're elevating yourself to the status of an empress from a lower energies, the people and the environments that you're in, they cannot stand it, because it's like you're doing something that shows them up or whatever it is, which is false, because everyone has the ability to rise up. We just have to get out of our comfort zones and get out of the things that are keeping us stuck. Okay, so closing guidance is skill number 10. It says, expressing your highest nature through your work is sometimes easiest when work is not exactly what you wished it to be. There are hidden gifts within friction. Therein lies the secret way to a graceful life. You are not what you do. Your work is a higher mirror, providing a reflection from which to learn in your evolutionary process. Then work becomes a higher skill, and you begin to fine-tune not only your physical self, but your spirit. A Zen garden expresses the essence of life and a highly perfected skill. Come to the inner truth that produces true skill. Wow, this is a very good reading. I'm very happy to see this one. Okay, so thank you for coming to the Black-Hearted Oracle. I pray these messages found you well. I hope that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.